Hello there and welcome to a new video on the channel. Now before anybody asks, basically the Moaning Show has died yet another death, as you've seen, with little to no content on the channel in the past year. Anyway, this isn't a Moaning Show, this is basically a show and tell video reviewing something that I've recently picked up from Amazon. I've wanted something like this for quite a long time, and when I was a kid I had a version of it, but obviously not the version that I currently hold in my hands. The thing is, I am a big kid. As you can see from behind me, I've got all sorts of wrestling belts, and to the left of me as well, and I'm turning into a collector, and that's kind of the person I want to be. I'm going to start going to comic book conventions both in this country and abroad and meet like-minded people. I am a child at heart, and in all honesty I don't particularly want to grow up. I've seen what it does to people and I think it sucks. Nonetheless, when I was a kid I was a huge Ghostbusters fan. I had quite a few of the toys. I had the Firehouse and the Ecto-1 car, and obviously the slime that goes with it that poured into the top of the building and then just trickled down through the grate in the roof. But I've been looking online for the past like 4 or 5 years and seeing how much replicas are, because basically what I want to do is wear the pack dressed in maybe the flight suit if possible, because I know I'm a big fella, they might not go that big or whatever, but anyway, regardless, I can easily go in a suit, which is how they appeared in Ghostbusters 2 in the courthouse scene. 2020 was supposed to be the release of the 3rd movie in canon. Yes, they had that female Ghostbuster movie. I don't consider that canon. The main cast that were alive, sadly we've lost Harold Ramis, Egon, a couple of years ago, and obviously he couldn't be in it, but the rest of them had cameos in it, not playing the original Ghostbuster team back from 1984. Anyway, so I've been doing a little bit of research, and to get the packs and all of that stuff was quite difficult. What I've got to show you today is basically a toy from Hasbro, but it's a high-end toy. They call it adult collectibles, and not in that sense, obviously. What I've got here is the Hasbro Plasma Series Spengler's Neutrona Wand. Now, the movie was supposed to be released last year, and this is an exact replica because they 3D scanned it and everything. They've spoken to the prop master on the set and got his input and everything, and this is what Hasbro have come up with: the Plasma Series Spengler's Neutrona Wand. Now basically this thing should really come in all black, but as you can see, a few adjustments have been made. This bit on the grip is probably foam tape in the movie. Obviously it's just rubber plastic. The majority of this thing is plastic, even the wood effect here that was black in the original first 2 movies, that was black, but it's actually better gripped now. I'll show you each bit of the gun in detail, and of course it has bells and whistles, so for any Ghostbuster fans out there that know, you know, basically how these things so-called operate. But overall, the look, as you can see, I'm having to do this with this camera, I do apologise. It's got this sort of weathered effect on it, as you can clearly see. I'll go a bit slower, maybe try and focus it into the light. Now obviously all this is plastic, painted, well, the majority of it's plastic. I'll point out the metal bits later. This is all painted as if, you know, it's where, and in the movie apparently it's like set 30 years after Ghostbusters 2 or something like that. I'm not 100% sure. I do want to go and see the movie, and if I don't go and see the movie, at least I can watch it at home and muck about along with it. But so there's the handle. Now this bit here does come with an original attachment. I'll just show you that right now. This attachment here is for connecting to another pack that might have been made by a prop maker or whatever. Hopefully Hasbro are coming up with a pack as well, because a new pack along with this gun will give us a cheaper alternative to go to comic book conventions, you know, things like that, or just general cosplay, you know. I mean, it would be great to go to like fates and things like that, you know, with other cosplayers or other people that like Ghostbusters in the area, and just like pose for pictures and crap like that. But anyway, back to the gun / wand itself. So we carry on with the weathering look, basically all over the place. This thing is supposed to have aged 30 years, like I say, and there's some unique bits about it. You can see what they call the V hook, which is what goes onto the side of the pack, but they also, as I'm trying to do this properly, have a different hook on the gun, and apparently during filming, or you know, during sketches or whatever, they spoke to the prop maker or prop buyer or whatever they call them, and put an original hook on there like they did in the original films, so that this hook here hooks onto your belt rather than always hooking the gun onto the side of the pack using this. And now I don't know how accurate this is. I'm being told it is accurate with videos that I've seen on YouTube, which is where you're watching this on. But anyway, on with the gun, and all sorts of different bells and whistles, like I say, including faux danger signs, of course, which is, you know, all that you see all over the pack in the movie. They use different corporations and things. This bit here is one of the metal pieces. This dial here is movable, you know, twistable, and it performs a function. That is also metal. These switches that I'll go back to you in a few minutes time, they're also metal, but the majority of it is high quality plastic. This thing didn't cost anywhere near as much as I feared, and that's obviously one of the reasons I picked it up, and obviously that I'm a huge Ghostbuster fan in the process. I used to watch the cartoon as a kid and just loved it. Egon was always my favourite for some weird reason, but ultimately being a huge fan of the franchise, you know, as a Ghostbuster fan, I did enjoy the 2016 movie, just nowhere near as much as the two previous ones. It was a soft reboot, and it had genuine comedy stars in it. It's just the simple fact it wasn't received well by the public. So there's my thoughts on that. Now onto the gun proper. This thing does have bells and whistles, you know, so there is a specific way of turning on the device, which has been made so by the props buyer, so that it's reflective of the gun in the movie that's not come out yet. I'm trying to, it's difficult to do because I'm looking at the screen and the camera as well. But anyway, so to activate all of this, you have to turn it on in very specific order. So bottom of the two switches here. So you heard that. This does come with bells and whistles, like I keep on saying. So then the top switch here turns on the light, and of course you have the iconic sound of pack warming, you know, the start-up sound with this one. Now you hear the hum. The mic is there on the device. That's where all of this is coming from. And you can see the lights, the flashing lights there, and another orange light near where my chin is, or one of my chins. So, next up is to extend the gun barrel, because it shouldn't be fired like this if you're a Ghostbuster fan or a geek. So I am geeking out as we speak. I only got this in the post yesterday. Right, now what you've heard there is that I'm taking too long to activate all bells and whistles. So I'll switch them all off again. So first one, switch on sound, lights, activation, which I love that sound. And then to extend the barrel, there's a little green lever. Pops up, don't we all? And finally, to fire the device is the intensify switch, authentic sounds as well. And in the meantime, this flashes orange. Getting ahead of myself there. Doesn't have the power down function noise from the movies, but you can get that any time by hitting the activate switch down, which is what you would hear anyway. So we'll power it up again. Again, wonderful sound. And like the video game that came out in 2009, brilliant game by the way, if you haven't played it, if you're a Ghostbuster fan, why not? You should be playing it, it's a great game. Hold down the intensify button until it overheats. Listen. Right, that is an overheat, which again turns absolutely everything off. Now instead of using all switches, power it up again. Right, now on here, the dial that I mentioned earlier, you can switch it down, like I've just done. You see the lights on the side, the orange light on the side? Turn it up the other way. Turn it up. You can see the red indicators on the side here. This bit here. And this is full stream. And this thing is vibrating. You might be able to hear that, I don't know. But this gun comes with additional things that Hasbro asked to put in. Press this little button here, and you saw a green flash. Again, these next three things come from the game. You press the intensify button to fire and everything. And you can hear, that's the Slime Blower Mark II, the pink slime in the second movie. This is the green version they use in the game. Another overheat. So that's the slime. Next up, you press the button again and watch. It's gone blue. This is the stasis freeze stream from the game. Beautiful flashing lights. A bit difficult to see in this light and with my white skin. You press it one more, you can hear the ice cracking in the background. And you do it one more time. And it's gone yellow. This is what they call the Meson Collider. There's a particle in science, something like that. Cool, eh? But nothing beats the original. Press this button again. And you can see it in the front, down the barrel of the gun as well. To power it down, obviously switch off the activate switch. Again, I do apologise, doing this back to front. Switch off the lights and power down. Now, with previous versions of this, there was a switch to retract and extend this gun barrel. Just pop it down. And that is the Spengler's Neutrona Wand from the upcoming movie of Ghostbusters Afterlife, the third movie in the official franchise. I am in absolute heaven with this. They've changed aesthetics, as this used to be black and very much like this handle piece here, but I think it actually looks better. It looks aged, it looks weathered, which is what this thing actually should be looking like. I am looking forward to seeing the movie, but again, I am over the moon with this. I have wanted this best part of 2.5 decades, maybe even 3 decades. Again, hoping that they come out with a pack to go with it, because it's going to be a darn sight cheaper than finding replica builder packs. But now I've got the thing that makes all the noises and all that sort of stuff, and you know, you can watch the movie and muck about along with it. I am a big kid, I don't care what anyone thinks of that, because I'm living through my past at the moment, and the past at the moment is a darn sight better than the present. Anyway, I thank you very much for watching. If you have up until this point, leave any comments down below in the comments box, and fingers crossed for more videos on the channel with reviews to perhaps the odd wrestling belt or two. Thanks a lot.